Hey guys, so I have shot this video. This will be my fourth time trying to shoot it. The first time was a video issue, the second time was an audio issue, and the third time I just hated it because I don't know, you ever do something so many times you start to feel silly doing it? Like, that's how I felt. I'm trying to find a good place to put you guys in my car. I had to run to pick up some donations for work, so I thought I'd take this time to do this. Thankfully, I have that kind of flexibility at my job for the most part, as long as I get everything done. I had a meeting with a client, a lawyer, this morning, and then I have court later. The good thing about wearing masks is that I don't have to worry about taking my nose ring out, because I can just cover it with my mask. So this video is supposed to be about self-care, and it's funny how it seems like the themes in, like, when you have something on your mind, I'm just gonna hold it, how it seems to be like your mind, like some part of your brain almost knows what's gonna happen before it happens. I am having a really hard day today. I struggle with depression and anxiety. I'm actually on medication for it. That's part of my self-care. I know I need medicine, so I take it. It took me a long time to get there. I didn't want to go on it for a long time, but I'm really grateful I did, because it makes me more myself, like, without the turbulent emotions. But also I have like a hormone imbalance, so I take hormone replacement. I figured that out after I had my daughter. I was really lucky to even have her, because I was going through early menopause. So, and I have to skip every Sunday because your body has to have a break. And so Mondays are always kind of weird. I think it's because my hormones are just weird on Mondays. Also, I'm out of mousse for my hair, and I really like to have big hair. I don't feel like myself. So that's part of self-care too, is just like trying to do little things that make you feel good about yourself. Self-care is pretty important. To me, this channel has already become such a big part of my self-care routine. It's almost like journaling, but in a way that works even better for me because I'm such a verbal person. It's really hard for me to sit still and write. It's also really hard for me to sit still and read. I've gotten better about it as I've gotten older, and I do enjoy reading. I'm more of an audiobook person. I watch a lot of YouTube for that same reason, which is why I felt like I really wanted to do this, because when I need something to kind of turn my brain off, there's a lot of different YouTubers that I watch. I'll link a lot of them down below. I watch a lot of drag queens. I think they're really funny. A lot of makeup tutorials and stuff like that. Also, just like taking a minute to, like, I have like a bruise. Who knows? To just make sure you're taking the time you need to yourself. I'm super extroverted. I don't need that very often. I actually feel better if I get to interact with people. But even I need to take time to recharge my social battery. Just indulging in things. Any little indulgence can help. One of the things I also do when I'm in need of self-care is I have super supportive friends, and I'm very lucky. I have a good many friends that I can message, and they'll be there for me. I try to do the same for them. Like, try to surround yourself with positive people and people that don't make you feel bad or crazy for whatever kind of issue you have going on. That's something that we see a lot with abuse, is like gaslighting. Like, people who make our clients feel like their feelings are invalid, and your feelings are always valid. How you act on them might not always be. You're still responsible for your behavior, but how you feel is always okay, even if it's dark. I'm going to try to prop you guys on my steering wheel. So, um, what else? I listen to a lot of music. Sometimes if I want to get pumped, I listen to so many different kinds, but I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton lately. I feel like that song, My Shot, where he talks about not throwing away his shot, like really resonates with me right now because I feel like this is my shot. Like, I feel like this YouTube thing could be successful and I really want it to be. I feel like I could do good things with it. So I'm just going to keep doing it even on the days that I feel weird because it doesn't feel, I don't know, like sometimes I mean, everybody goes through it, like that imposter syndrome where you feel like you're just pretending. Um, I feel that way today, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Fake it till you make it kind of thing. That works for me. Spending time with my animals. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. That really helps me. Spending time with my daughter, just snuggling her, and my family, my husband, my friends, like all that's really important. Also, like, this is something I've really gone back and forth about discussing in my self-care video because I do feel like it's part of my self-care, but it's also a little private and it's hard for me to talk about this stuff because it's like so taboo. And I mean, just, we were all raised in a society that's so weird when it comes to talking about sex or anything. But I sometimes, like, you got to indulge in a little bit of fantasy. It helps you escape and it's like makes you feel like a better person, like refreshed. So there's this guy that I follow on YouTube, or not YouTube, on OnlyFans. His name's Owen Gray, and I mean, he's an adult performer, but he's also like super kind. I've interacted with him as a fan, like, and he's always been really cool. And sometimes after dealing with shitty men all day, and then, or like majority of the abusers we see are male, and we can discuss the reasons for that societally in a different video. But after dealing with hearing about shitty men all day, and then my husband works all the time, like sometimes it's just nice to pay attention to somebody who seems kind and interested in the well-being of women, which this guy definitely does. He's not only an adult performer, he has his own production company, and what I like about his videos is that, like, everybody always seems like they're having a good time and the women seem really comfortable and like they're enjoying themselves. And some adult films, scenes or whatever, are like, they can be a little unrealistic sometimes, and I'm not here to yuck anybody's yums. Like, whatever is fine. I'm just saying, like, his seem really authentic, and his OnlyFans, like, it's not just adult content. Like, he does Q&As where he talks about himself, and he just seems like a nice person. So it's nice to know that those people are out there. And it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt that he's like super attractive. He's a real good looking guy. I'll link his Twitter down below because he has all kinds of links to his content on OnlyFans and on his website if you're interested. I don't know. I feel like we don't really think of stuff like that as self-care because we automatically see anything that's sexual, if it doesn't fit inside certain parameters, as some sort of self-destructive behavior. But I don't feel like it is for me. And just to be clear on where I stand on this, I believe that sex work is work and that it's valid, and that the people that do it, like, it's something that almost everyone enjoys watching or reading, like, if you read romance novels, like, whatever, like, it's something that everybody indulges in to a degree, but we tend to think very lowly of the people that do it, and I think that's just wrong. I mean, it's like the same mindset as people who don't think that people who work in fast food deserve a living wage, but then, like, expect everything to be perfect, and when you want your greasy cheeseburger at 2 a.m. after a night of drinking, you expect those places to be open and those people to serve you and be good at their job. And you can't partake in an industry and then poo-poo over the people that allow that industry to exist. I feel really strongly about that. And I don't think that I think women who do sex work, like, they're my heroes. Like, I can barely even do this some days because I feel like the level of vulnerability is so intense for me. And to, like, put yourself out there in a sexual way, like, that, like, literally, it makes me want to just, like, just thinking about it, because I could never. So I think it's actually a pretty brave thing to do. And like, it's 2020, like, can we just get past the stigma already? Like, we're more connected than we've ever been, and, like, we are able to really see, like, it's so demystified now, and, like, we're able to see that those people are just people, and, like, can we just stop making it like they're not? Like, I don't know, sex work is one of the oldest professions, and it's one of the least respected, where we treat people the worst who do it. Anyway, enough on that tangent. Back to self-care. It's really important. Like, I probably need to set up a therapy appointment soon. I just feel like I need it, and I'm really inconsistent with going to therapy. I feel like a lot of us are. Like, it's easy to get busy and forget. The one good thing to come out of this COVID thing is I feel like it's kind of forced us to all realize a lot of that stuff can be done digitally. There's this app I want to check out. It's called BetterHelp, where you can, like, do everything online, and they work with you if you don't have insurance, I believe, but they do accept insurance. I'm not 100% sure, but you can video chat with a therapist, and that's something I would be really interested in, because I don't have to take time out of my day. When I'm not working or I'm not doing this, I try to spend as much time with my daughter as possible. So, it's just one more place I gotta go if I have to go to therapy too, and it's just more time to take away from her. And mom guilt's a real thing, and so it becomes counterproductive. Also, like, making sure that you're drinking lots of water. I have like a gallon of water I carry around with me, and I don't always drink the whole gallon, but just having it, like, makes me choose to drink water over other things, because I already have it here. So, like, if I have to get food on the run, I won't order a drink. I'll just be like, well, I have water. Like, I have coffee in the morning, like a swimming pool size thing of coffee, and then after that it's pretty much water all day, unless I really start to feel tired, and then I'll have some more caffeine, which is not the greatest. You shouldn't overdo it on caffeine if you're trying to take good care of yourself and have sustainable energy and mental health. But nobody's perfect, that's for sure. So, also, I know for some people, like, tattoos, and I have a few, and piercings, and, like, body modifications can be really therapeutic as long as you're doing it in, like, a safe way. I think that's fine. Like, that's just some people's version of a spa day. I like having tattoos. Like, the process of getting them, like, I don't have the highest pain tolerance, but I did sit for 6 hours for this one on my arm, and I was pretty proud of that, because I'm usually such a weenie. I don't know. I also just feel like being honest and open and real about who you are is really good for your mental health. Like, it's hard for me. It's in my nature to try to manage people's perceptions of me, because I want to be liked by everybody. I'm a huge people pleaser, and it's easy for me to allow myself to be bulldozed or just pretend to be what I think the person in front of me wants to see. But as soon as I force myself to just be honest, like, I feel so much better. Like, even just saying that right now makes me feel better. Like, it's like a load off. Like, it's like pushing yourself off an emotional cliff sometimes. Like, spit it out. Say the truth. But you just gotta do it. Like, you don't want to, excuse me, you don't want to carry around, like, a bunch of lies about yourself, or like not lies, but like half-truths, and like you don't have to hide who you are. That's not, I mean, just ask anybody that's ever, like, any gay person that's ever had to live in the closet, or any transgender person that's ever had to pretend to be something they're not. And I'm by no means comparing, like, what I have going on to that, because those people are incredibly brave. But it's just important to really be who you are, even when it's really hard, because in the long run, it's better for you. And you don't owe anybody your mental health. Like, how you feel about you is more important than how other people feel about you, and that's something I have to constantly remind myself. I'm really fortunate now, because I'm in this has not always been the case. When I was younger, I had a lot of really toxic relationships, and I was the toxic person in some of those relationships. But I'm to a point now where, for the most part, I like myself most days. And I'm also to a place where most of the people in my life are really positive and supportive. Like, I have a lot of really great friends that, like, literally my friend Jimmy, who inspired me to do this video, I called and told him I was doing this, and he was like, I think this could be big. I'm going to make t-shirts. Like, not even a doubt in his mind that I was going to be successful. And same with my friend Sierra. Like, I'm so lucky. And I'm lucky to work at where I work now, because I don't know, have you ever worked in a place where you'll hear people talking, and the things they say, it's just so judgmental and bad, it becomes toxic, and it makes you a more negative person. Like, where I'm at now, like, everybody's super accepting. We all vent sometimes because we have to in our line of work. That's really important too, is being able to talk about things in a real way, which is where therapy can come into. But, like, also outside of that context, like, just having people you can have honest talks with, it can be really important. I'm really fortunate because at my job that's possible, and they're all really, like, supportive and kind. And we're all really different, but we all care about people. So anything we ever say is always coming from that place. I'm going to pause this for a minute because I'm concerned my sound's not working. Okay, it's working fine. I'm connected to the Bluetooth in my car, and I was like, holy crap, like, will my videos record sound over my Bluetooth speaker? Like, I just had, like, this big, like, honest outpouring, and none of it's going to be recorded. That probably would have pushed me over the edge, because I'm telling you guys, I'm having a rough day. And it's not like because it's overcast. I like when it rains. I find it soothing. I don't know. Sometimes you just have those days, and there's not a reason for it. Something going on in the air, or something subconscious going on with you, and all you can try to do is just love yourself through it and be gentle with yourself. And try to feel good about yourself despite how mean your brain might be being to you. A friend that my friend Marissa introduced me to, Taylor, talks about her depression and her mental illness, or her mental, not illness, but her mental issues like that. She says, my brain's just mean to me sometimes. And I like that way of thinking about it, because it kind of, like, separates you from the negative thoughts, which is something that, like, I've tried to be able to do through meditation, and sometimes I can successfully, but it's so hard to realize that you are not your thoughts. You know, you're who you are despite your thoughts, and you have not always control over what you think. There's another really good expression that I like. I kind of collect sayings because if they resonate with me. There's this one saying that's like, you know, the first thought that you think is just social conditioning and the way you were raised, but it's what you do next that defines you. So, like, to me, that was really big when I was learning about social issues, because I was raised in a pretty conservative household, and I don't mean, like, I'm not talking necessarily in the political sense. I just mean that, like, my parents were older when they had me. They grew up in the South, like you can imagine. The stereotypes are true, and certainly my mother has, like, changed a lot as she's gotten older. She worked at a high school with teenagers. I think that helped her be more open-minded, but that wasn't always the case at home. And when I was trying to depart from some of that and like learn to be a different person, like sometimes I still have these initial really negative thoughts about people and groups of people, and then I just have to say, like, I just have to dismiss that and choose to be better. And so, like, don't let the first thing you think always determine your opinion or your actions on something. Like, it's really important to consciously and purposefully be the person that you are, because then you don't accidentally do stuff that you're not proud of. I mean, certainly not as much, because it's still going to happen. Nobody's perfect, but I mean, it happens less frequently when you're doing things mindfully. Some negative things that I do, like for self-care, like the anti-self-care that I do, I stress eat, I drink too much caffeine, and I spend money. I love to spend money when I'm stressed, and it's not always the greatest because we don't have a lot of money. I mean, we're not like dirt poor, though we certainly have been. But like, I mean, I have to be really mindful. Like, I know that if I'm really stressed out, like to the point where I want to shop, maybe like watching like haul videos on YouTube and things like that, makeup tutorials even, isn't the best because I'll feel like I need to buy those things. So I try to, like, you know, be smart about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because every time I've done a version of this video, I think of like a million things after, but I guess I can just always make a second video. Like, if I wait for this to be perfect and where I feel like it's absolutely 100%, like, I will never post it. I don't know why this video has been so difficult for me. I guess because I have to be so open about myself, and that, like, I'm very extroverted, but I also sort of like use my outgoing personality as a shield. Like, you get the outgoing Sarah, like you don't always get the vulnerable Sarah. So today you're getting the vulnerable one. So be kind, please, because I would like to be able to be like this frequently. But if this first one, like, I get my feelings hurt on, it's going to be hard. So, anyway, thanks for watching and all the support. I really appreciate you guys, and I look forward to making more videos. I have so many people that are already agreeing to, like, let me interview them and have so much cool stuff to talk about. Saturday I'm going down to get I get a lot of fallout in my tattoos, and see that stripe, like, that ink just didn't take there. I've always been like that. I think it's just like my skin. But she's going to touch this up for me. She did this, and the spider for my daughter. This was done by somebody else, as was this. So, but she's going to touch this up. I'll link her below. And she's probably going to be on my show, if she feels up to it, when I go down on Saturday. So hopefully you guys will get to meet her, and she'll be my first guest, and that'd be so cool. Also, you'll get to meet Jimmy and possibly Sierra, and hopefully you'll get to meet all my friends, and then maybe I can make new friends and you guys can meet them too. Okay, well, again, thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me vent. I hope that this video helps you guys. Sometimes part of self-care is just admitting that you're not okay and you're having a bad day, instead of pretending that you are. Or you know, I'm really bad about trying to act cool. Like, when I thought about wanting to talk about Owen Gray and like sex work, I really wanted to seem cool and unfazed by it. You know, like, but the reality is not that. Like, I'm very shy about that kind of stuff, and that's one of those moments, like, pushing myself over the emotional cliff to talk about it. But I mean, that's a very sincere, real part of my self-care routine, and I feel like that's not discussed enough in a way that allows it to be okay. So I did it. It's okay. Well, thanks again for watching, and just be considerate of others and be considerate of yourselves. I'll see you guys soon.